Hi, my name is Doreen Moore. I'm the host of this YouTube channel, Blasian Medley. For today's Blasian Medley meal, I'll be making just that, an entire meal. I'll be frying some chicken wingettes and drumettes. Now I've had these marinating in the juice of an entire lemon, as well as a teaspoon of fresh ground ginger, paprika, garlic powder, chili powder, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. There was no need to add salt because the soy sauce is the salt. To accompany the fried chicken, I will also be making candied sweet potatoes. Now as you can see, I have these sliced rather thick. And also, I will be making a green bean and black eyed pea combination. Now I'll be sauteing those with garlic, onions, and for seasoning I use chicken bouillon cubes. To make our chicken extra crunchy, I use both a dry and a wet batter. The wet batter first, that being egg. Scramble those up and just put those over the chicken. And then dredge that chicken in the egg batter with a seasoned flour. So, fried chicken wingettes and drumettes, candied sweet potatoes, as well as green beans and black eyed peas. Let's get started. As you can see, I have 3 pots going at one time. I have the pot of hot grease for the frying of the chicken drumettes and wingettes. I also have a pot here. Now this was once boiling water. It was 2 cups of water to 1 part sugar. Then after it boiled down into a thick syrup, I added half a stick of butter and a half a teaspoon of salt. That's for the candied sweet potatoes. And I also have a pot here that has 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now this is for sauteing the garlic and the onions for the black eyed peas and green beans. So I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing the garlic and onions for the green beans. The garlic first. And I know I've said many times, don't burn the garlic because it is bitter. So saute that in the olive oil. As you can see, the water's boiled down. It is a thick, buttery syrup. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the sweet potatoes so we can candy those. I have them sliced rather thick. I'll just go ahead and drop those in there. Just don't toss them in there because that hot syrup splashes back on your hand. That's a serious burn. So go ahead and put those in the syrup so we can candy those. Just like this. We'll be stirring those up here shortly. Okay, put the lid on those. As you can see, the garlic is sauteing here in the olive oil. So now we will add the onion. Saute those. Alright. And I'll also be frying the chicken drumettes and wingettes. I've already put the 2 beaten eggs in here. I will then dredge it in the seasoned flour. Now that I've had the onions and the garlic sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and add my green beans and black eyed peas. Go ahead and add those to the pot, just like that. And to that I will add 3 cups of water. I have since added the 3 cups of water. I will keep the heat on medium and let those beans cook. In addition to that, I have the sweet potatoes candying away in our sweet syrupy mix. And now I'll begin to fry the chicken drumettes and wingettes. Okay, with the dredged chicken, I'll go ahead and add that to the hot grease. Now remember, your temperature is about 350 degrees. You want to fry these drumettes and wingettes until they're golden brown. Don't crowd the pot because it does lower the temperature of the grease. So just put as many as the pot will allow without crowding it. And you will see that both the wet batter, that being the egg, and the dry batter, the seasoned flour, will make a super crispy and crunchy chicken. So go ahead and fry those just like that until they're golden brown, and then I will drain those on a plate with paper towels. Okay, I have since fried the first batch of wingettes and drumettes, so I am removing them from the grease so I can get started on my next batch. And while the chicken was frying, I also had the sweet potatoes candying in the syrup, which to that sweet syrupy concoction there, I added a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon just adds that extra something to candied yams. It's funny, I say a yam, it's not actually a yam, it's a sweet potato, but everybody's so used to saying candied yams. It's candied sweet potatoes. So those are still candying. And I also have the beans cooking. They've been cooking for about 20 minutes. Now I will add the 2 bouillon cubes. Add those on there, stir those up in just a minute, and add my second batch of dredged wingettes and drumettes. And like I said, don't crowd the pot, because crowding the pot with the chicken will only lower the temperature of the grease. The oil, grease, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and add those to the hot grease. And looks like I'll be making about 3 batches here. Just like that. I have since fried the second batch of wingettes and drumettes, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those from the hot oil, or hot grease, whatever you call it. Remove those and fry our last batch. In the meantime, our sweet potatoes have candied, and I've turned that off. I'm going to go ahead and put those in a bowl for serving purposes. Our beans are still cooking, and I'll show you a quick peek of those. It's hot, so I'm going to grab a pot holder. There's our beans and our yams. Now they've candied, so I'll be removing those from the pot and putting them in a serving bowl. So here's our chicken. And now I'm going to put in the hot oil the last batch of dredged chicken drumettes and wingettes. I think there's like 10 or 12, maybe not even that many. Go ahead and add those to the hot oil. Can't really crowd the pot. I think there's only, yeah, maybe there's like 2 or 3 more pieces. Go ahead and add that. And fry those again, last batch, until they're golden brown. I've since removed the candied sweet potatoes off the stove and put them in a bowl for serving. And the beans are done as well. The water has pretty much gone down. There's still a little bit. You don't want your beans to be too dry. And upon forking the green beans, they are tender. And the black-eyed peas are tender as well. So I'll remove this from the stove and put those in a serving container. And we're frying our last batch of chicken wingettes and drumettes. I've since fried all of the chicken drumettes and wingettes. I've candied the sweet potatoes, as well as making the green beans and black-eyed peas. Now, if you like this meal or any other component of this meal, be certain to subscribe to our Blasian Medley YouTube channel. Like us on our Facebook page and visit our website at www.blasianmedley.com. And don't forget, we're on Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. So I guess the only thing left to do is to enjoy this meal. Enjoy!